Okay, everyone, so I'm going to set the record straight here, once and for all, because enough's enough. And let's just get that out there, okay? Now, I know that there are some people quite local to me who don't like me. And that reason being because I, on a great number of occasions, in fact, I've lost track of how many, have asked their children to kindly stop kicking their footballs against my windows, against my walls. And these requests have as good as gone completely ignored and completely by the wayside, really. Yeah, I'm going to admit I'm not perfect. I don't aim to be perfect. And, well, what more can I say? I ain't perfect and I don't aim to be. No one's perfect at the end of the day. Even those who think they are, they're not. Okay? And yes, maybe one occasion when I was having a pretty rough, tough, crappy, yucky, nasty day, and once again I asked the kids to stop playing their ball games against the walls and stuff. They didn't listen. Instead, they turned their camera on me, their phone camera, filming me. Which, you know, they're entitled to do. They're entitled to film me if they want to. I've got no qualms about that. But let's just get one thing straight. You've only seen half the story. And they have only literally given you half the story. They're giving you what they want to see. Or what they want you to see, should I say. And out of all due respect, I am not giving the other side of it. I'm not giving my recordings purely because I am respecting the fact that they are children. I'm respecting and actually keeping heed to my police warning thing that I was given some time ago now. And I'm not putting them up all over social media. I could do if I wanted to, don't get me wrong. I could go right ahead and disobey the police order in its entirety. But I'm not, because I'm not silly. I've got the recordings. And I will keep said recordings as well. I'm not going to show you where my said recordings are kept because of people saying like crude things about the condition of my home. Apparently, according to other videos, they could tell that my home's a shithole. That's what they've pretty much said. But anyway. My home's not a complete shell. And I do have help that comes in. Helps me sort through things. helps me to do chores that I'd otherwise find too difficult to do because of my problems. And then you get those, like the same people who think they can hide behind the anonymous participant thing on Facebook in groups. That anonymous participant feature that Facebook introduced for groups is a bugger. Because before that, you could actually tell who somebody was and actually be able to pass that information on. But Facebook, in their infinite wisdom, decided that they were going to introduce this feature where people in groups could be anonymous. And that in itself creates problems, because once somebody goes anonymous, it makes it harder to pinpoint who people are. However, I did it. I pinpointed who these people were that are having a go at me straight off the bat because of the way that they were wording their comments and what they were saying. And they know who they are. They really do. They know exactly who they are, and they're probably going to come at me again. But I'm ready for them because I've got nothing to hide. And I'm not going to hide behind anonymous participant, because you don't have to hide. If you ask me, right, the only reason you want to hide behind the anonymous participant thing is probably because you've actually got something you don't want to admit to. Like maybe you're the one that's cocked up and you don't want to hold your hands up and say, you know what, I cocked up. Not me. If I made a mistake, I'll hold my hands up to it. Like I just have when I've said about these kids when they videoed me. You only got half a story there. You didn't get the whole thing. And I only put my finger up to them because they're really riling me quite badly up with their phone cameras like that, you know. But they're entitled to film me, and I'm entitled, if I want to try and protect myself whatever way possible. And yeah, I did that. I put my middle finger up, which, yes, it probably was wrong of me at the time, so I hold my hands up. Shouldn't have done it. But these people are raking up old ground for nothing. And yes, I'm still having problems with these youngsters and their parents and whoever else they want to get involved. And they think that it's just a fight between me and them. However, I have had people who have seen and heard these things for themselves. Not friends and family, but other visitors that I've had, and the other visitors have commented about it. People who I've been on the phone to have commented that all they can hear in the background is abuse and the constant thud, thud, thud of balls, etc., which I've had to explain to them as being the children who really shouldn't be kicking balls around, and there is motions in place that's actually going to stop that now. It's just a matter of time. But it will be happening soon. I've been reassured of that it will be happening soon. Because of these people who have attacked me, who have verbally abused me and been aggressive towards me, I have now got things in place to try and help me to deal with all this. I can't go into any details because that's A, it's personal, and B, if I was to go into details about it, I think that those people who are putting these things in place would withdraw their services. And because it's all in legal stages now as well, that's another reason why I can't go into much detail. But I want to assure people that I'm not anti-children. I'm not a child bully. I don't hate children with a passion like it's been alleged. And I'm certainly not a paedophile. I had to get that out there. I would never put any child of any age through the same thing that I was put through as a child. At all. Because I know how damaging it can be to one's mental health. I'm still suffering the mental impact of that some 35 years later. So yeah, it does stick with you for life. I'll probably never get over it. And that's why I say I will never put another child through that thing that I have been through. Let's just get that straight. Okay? And another thing is these individuals reckon that they know how. Well, I don't know how they know how actually, should I say, but they reckon they know that I've had previous, should we say, not great dealings with the police. And like I've admitted before, like I said, I'm not perfect. I have had run-ins with the police that have landed me in some bother. And landed me with a record, which I'm not proud of. But it's the way they wanted to pursue it, I suppose. But again, that information is not public knowledge at all. It, as far as I'm concerned, will never be public knowledge. So how these people got hold of this information is bizarre. The only way I can think that they've got hold of this information is probably, and it wouldn't surprise me at all, is the police have told them. And if that is the case, why would the police have told anyone that I've had a few problems with them? It wouldn't even be available, as far as I know, on a freedom of information request, because that's private information. So if I find out the police has done that, then they'll be in hot bother. Seriously, hot bother. And yeah, for anybody who wants to know, who thinks they really have a right to know, yes, I carry a body camera. That's for my own personal safety and security. And as I've said, I think I said it earlier on in the video actually, the evidence doesn't go anywhere else other than onto my storage device, unless I feel that it needs putting out there as a community safety type thing, and then it's justified. It is justifiable in that respect. So, yeah, if you've got a problem with that, then talk to me about it. Don't start rows, don't start accusations, don't start throwing around lame lies, rumours, crap and everything else, because it's just not worth it. Your lies will only come back and bite you hard up the bum. Won't bite me. They'll bite you. And if I tell a lie and it comes back, then I expect it to bite me up the bum. But I'm not lying. And as for those people who want to say about my crutches or my walking stick that I use as being system sticks, honestly, more for you. Simply because never judge a person until you've walked a day in their shoes. And I'll tell you something now. My days differ. I can have good days, I can have bad days, and I can have dreadful days. Good days, I might be lucky and not need to use anything. But that's few and far between. However, my bad and my dreadful days, they far outweigh the good ones. And that's when I do really need my walking aids or other things. Sometimes I can't even go out because I'm in so much pain. As I said, it differs. And it also depends on the weather as to how much I suffer as well, because the colder it is, the more I suffer. If I had the money, I'd move to a lovely hot place and I'd be happy, because I wouldn't be in pain then so much. But I'd still get varying degrees of pain, because that's the way it is. And even on my really bad days, excuse me, I can't even get out of bed. That's how bad things can get for me. But you know what? I am a fighter. I will fight hard for everything I can. and there'll be no knocking me down. You think you can knock me down, but I'm just going to get straight back up and fight you. Do you think you can knock me down again? I'll get up again, fight some more. I will not surrender. And that's taken it out of me, guys. Just doing this video is taking it out of me a bit. So yeah, I think 20 minutes is good. So therefore, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I will see you soon. And for now, just do your best and don't give up. And remember what I said. Never judge another person until you've walked a day in their shoes. Bye for now.